Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right? You're responsible, you work hard, you're self-aware, and yet money never really seems to stay with you. You pay the bills and you're just about to make it. But there's never ease, there's never overflow. There's never that feeling of being held by life. And maybe money doesn't flow towards you, it flows through you and straight back out again. If that's you, this video is important because today I'm going to explain exactly why this happens on an energetic level. And I'm going to share the one Bach Flower Remedy that fundamentally changes how you receive money, not by forcing abundance, but by removing what blocks it. Plus, I'm going to tell you exactly how to take it so you have a really clear, simple plan to change this one issue in your life. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a Bach Flower practitioner and vibrational healer, and I work with emotionally self-aware people who want to heal their inner world and improve their lives using, of course, Bach Flower remedies. And money, or rather the relationship with money, is one of the most emotionally charged themes I see very often popping up with my clients. So let's start here. What is this really about? Because if we don't name this properly, you'll keep trying to solve the wrong problem. When people say, I have money issues, what is it that they usually really mean? Most of the time, it means that money doesn't arrive with ease, or money doesn't stay long enough to really create safety, or maybe money feels like stress or pressure or weight, or money is always connected to being behind. Or even when you earn more, it doesn't really change the feeling. Simply, you just can't relax around money. And that is the clue, because the deepest money problem is rarely about the amount. It's about what money means inside your system. For some people, money means freedom. For others, money means control. For others, money means danger. And for many sensitive, conscientious people, the ones who are doing everything right, money means responsibility. Not joy, not support, not rest. Responsibility. Meaning money is not at all experienced as something that holds you. Money is experienced as something you must manage perfectly, or it will all fall apart. And when that's the emotional meaning of money, your whole body learns a posture. Brace first, receive second, or more honestly, brace always. Effort doesn't attract, receptivity receives. Here's the part that can feel confronting, but it's also very liberating. Money doesn't respond to effort alone. Effort is real, of course, effort matters. But effort by itself doesn't create receiving, and I'm sure many of you understand that. Because you can work very hard, really, while still feeling unsafe and not supported. And that's what I mean when I say receptivity. Receptivity is not being passive, and it's not manifesting. It's not pretending that you don't need money. Receptivity is an inner state that says, it's safe for me to be helped, or it's safe for life to give to me, or it's safe for money to stay. And if that state is not present, what happens? Money comes in and immediately your system assigns it a job. Bills, repairs, food, insurance, debt, someone else needs, whatever it is. And I'm not saying that those things aren't real. They are, clearly. But the energetic pattern is this. Money is never allowed to just sit in your life and become a foundation. It is immediately turned into a tool for survival. And so your body learns money is emergency resource, not support, not love, not life is with me, just emergency resource. Which means you never get the emotional experience of having enough, even if you technically have enough. And here's why that matters. Your nervous system doesn't live in your bank account. It lives in your felt sense of safety. If the felt sense of safety never arrives, your system keeps bracing, and bracing is like an energetic message to life. Don't give me too much because I don't know what to do with it. Or don't let it stay because I'm not set up for that. The responsible child blueprint. So let's go deeper, because this pattern doesn't come from nowhere. Very, very often, the people who struggle to receive money with ease are the same people who learned early, I must be responsible, I must be mature, I must not need too much, I must not cause problems, I must not be a burden, I must figure it out by myself. And sometimes that comes from very obvious hardship, maybe a family that struggled financially, instability, stress, conflict. But sometimes it comes from something subtler. Emotionally, you learned that being good meant being low maintenance. So you became the kind of person who can handle things. And that becomes an identity. I'm fine, I'll manage. I don't need much, I'll just make it work. And at first, that identity is very protective. It makes you functional in a dysfunctional home, let's say. It makes you capable, it makes you strong. But later it becomes a wall because money is a form of support and support requires softness. It requires the ability to say, I am allowed to be helped. I am allowed to have more than just enough. Or I am allowed to stop bracing. And if that isn't safe in your system yet, money will behave the way support behaves in your life. It will come in small doses. It will come with strings. It will come and go. It will not stay long enough for you to rest. That is the energetic truth. Hey buddy! Schatje! Yeah. And this is where Bach Flower Remedies matter because it's not solved by logic alone. You can understand this video completely and still find yourself bracing tomorrow. Because this pattern isn't just a thought, it is a state. Bach Flower Remedies are vibrational remedies made by imprinting water with the energetic pattern of a particular plant. And each remedy responds to a very specific emotional and vibrational pattern. Like an inner posture you've been stuck in for years. They help the system unwind these postures gently. Not by forcing change, but by restoring balance. And when it comes to money, we're not trying to attract cash. We're going much deeper than that. We're really trying to shift the inner posture of receiving. The unexpected route is self-denial. So here it is, the one flower remedy that changes how you receive money is, maybe make a guess, it is rock water. And I know rock water is not at all the first remedy people think of for money. When people think about remedies for money, they think about self-confidence, self-worth, fear, anxiety. But rock water goes much deeper than that. Because rock water addresses the inner vow that blocks receiving at the root. Rock water is the remedy of self-denial. It's not just discipline and it's not just being strict and perfectionist. It is the emotional posture of, I will not let myself have too much. And rock water people often don't even realize they're doing it. It can, for instance, look like always prioritizing responsibility over pleasure, or being proud of not needing much, or maybe feeling uncomfortable when things are easy. Feeling guilty when you rest, or always trying to optimize and improve and be better. Maybe having very high standards and very little gentleness for yourself. Feeling subtly tense even on good days. It's like life is never quite allowed to fully enter, and money, again, is a form of life. So here's how this works. Imagine, money comes in and immediately the inner voice goes, where does this money need to go? What do I need to fix? What's the responsible thing? What could go wrong? The money is not really allowed to become softness. It is only allowed to become management. And this is really the crucial distinction. Rock water doesn't block money by laziness. It blocks money by virtue, by trying to be good, by trying to be responsible, by trying to never need too much. And that's why it's so invisible, because society really praises rock water traits. We praise discipline, we praise restraint, we praise not being greedy, we praise self-control. These are all nice things, but energetically, what happens when you live like that? You broadcast a message to life, that is, I'm not available for receiving. I'm available for coping. And money responds by behaving like a coping resource, just enough to handle it and never enough to exhale. So the deeper spiritual layer here, so on a deeper level, rock water is also about devotion, but devotion that has lost tenderness. It's when your ideals become kind of an inner prison. You may not even be strict in an obvious way. It can be subtle. It can sound something like, I'll buy it later, or it's not necessary. I should save. I don't want to waste. I can't justify that. And again, saving is not wrong. But if the nervous system is braced underneath it, you're not saving from safety, you are saving from fear. And rock water softens fear-based restraint into trust-based structure. That's what we want. When rock water begins to loosen, something almost shocking can happen. You start to notice how much you've been really withholding from yourself, not just money, but things like comfort, pleasure, asking for help, letting people give to you, receiving compliments, resting without guilt. And as that opens, money starts to behave differently because money will often follow the same pathways as love. If you don't let life love you, money won't either. If you only let life support you through stress, money will arrive through stress. Rock water changes the channel. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, this is me, I recognize myself, then you'll probably love my self-paced course, Bloom into Balance. It's not a practitioner training, it is really for people who want to heal themselves. I guide you step by step in understanding your emotional patterns, choosing remedies accurately, and making your own personal remedy bottles that actually change your life. And if you want to join to my online community, the Remedy Circle is open, and if you join now, you can get lifelong free access. I'm also open for consultations if you want a personalized blend and guidance, especially if you feel like you're stuck in a pattern you can't shift on your own. And now let me give you a simple plan. So if rock water resonates, here's what you do. Step number 1, get rock water, a classic Bach Flower Remedy. Step number 2, take a bottle of still water, any bottle, as long as it's still water. Step number 3, add 2 drops of rock water into that bottle. So 2 drops of rock water into the bottle. And step 4, sip throughout the day and keep it simple. Do that daily for at least 2 to 3 weeks and observe. And while you're doing it, don't force yourself to be abundant. Instead, watch one thing. Where do you tighten? Where do you deny yourself? Where do you postpone ease? And when you feel the impulse to say, it's not necessary, pause and ask, is this wisdom or is it really self-denial? Rock water will help you feel the difference. If this video helped you, it would mean a lot if you supported my work in a very simple way. Leave me a comment, even just a small thank you or this is me. Or maybe share it with someone who always seems to be responsible but never supported. Or put one of my playlists on in the background while you are cooking or cleaning. Those tiny things help my channel grow more than you know. And they're also free. Thanks for being here with me. I loved making this video and see you in the next one.